a couple of your loan players were in international action last night, Tom Lawrence and Shane Duffy. Neither of them perhaps were on the winning side, but have they got through that unscathed?
Yeah, they both came through unscathed, which was good. I was checking on the Sky stuff, the words that come through on the what they call live updates, and just making sure that Duffy stayed on the pitch. That was important. Then I knew he wasn't injured, and I watched Tom's game on BT Sport, and he played well actually, and he just got a little knock at the end that I had a little bit of a sweat up with, but they both come back this morning. We've given them a little bit of a lighter day today because they've been travelling and that, and they'll both be fit for the weekend, so that's a big plus.
So that must mean that going into training today, it's only the likes of Liam Davis that weren't involved. It's a big boost. Yeah,
it was a big boost today. Liam Davis has gone up to St George's Park for them to have a look at him over the week and give him that sort of 24-hour rehabilitation that people need when they've been out for a little while. Mm-hmm. And so we almost had a full bit of health this morning, which was nice, and that's good because it stopped me needing to go out to get loan players. In fact, 2 players have gone out on loan, and that is Joey Jones has gone for his 2nd month, and Sam Foley, who hasn't played that much in this season, and they just come back with a little hamstring as well, but he's ready now. But we feel he needs games. And so he's gone to Shrewsbury for 28-day loan, and then once he plays them games, then hopefully he'll be ready to come back for the running.
Where's Joey gone?
Woking. Back to Woking, yeah, because he spent a month at Woking. Yeah. Well, he spent a month, he got sent off, so that's Joey.
With Sam, his name that keeps cropping up on fans' conversation, clearly because of the role he played last year, but he's still got a big part to play in the season.
Yeah, he has, and he's got another year on his contract, so we're sort of looking after him, and he'd be the first to admit he hasn't been able to, but obviously you've got to get in the first team and then affect the game in the Championship, and he hasn't really picked up consistent Championship legs just yet, but it was a massive jump for him as well, and people like him and Dawson that were regular players last year have been slightly overtaken in games from players that have been able to handle this division a little bit more consistently. That doesn't mean to say they've turned into bad players. It means that sometimes you can be unlucky that week after week somebody else, that you find yourself with somebody else just ahead of you, and that's where they've both been in. But Dawson's been on the pitch on a few occasions, but Sam hasn't, and Sam needs a little foray out so that he can build up his week, knowing he's got a game at the end of that, and then he'll come back mentally a lot fitter and stronger.
Going back to the players at your disposal that are going to be here at the club for Saturday, you're looking at Thursday when it looks a lot stronger and a lot better picture than it did on Monday, perhaps going into a game where you want to go 5 unbeaten. Yeah,
well, that was massive. I mean, Byron Webster is a very, very big in all ways, but he's a big player for us, and he's had a fantastic, consistent season. Our defenders are looking strong at the moment at this level. We haven't let in too many in our 4-game unbeaten run. So I've been pleased with that side of it. So you don't really want to break that up at this stage if you can help it. So we were pretty confident even on the day that he would get off it, because we felt, especially when we asked the referee what it was he's going to put in his report, then we knew that wasn't actually what happened once we saw the video, and so whereas it might have cost us a couple of points, it's good that we've still got him for the next games.
Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday, Ipswich Town on Tuesday, 2 home games in the space of 3 or 4 days. That safety, that line is very much in grasp. Is that what you've been telling your players as well?
Yeah, we're playing consistently enough and solid enough at the moment that we're going to have a chance against everyone. Listen, you may win 3-0, you may get beat 3-0, but we know that we've got a game that can cause opposition a problem, and we just got to take our chances when they come along. We've got to be as committed and as passionate as we have been in the last 3 or 4 games, and then we are at that stage where anyone can beat us, but we can beat anyone else as well. And other teams are showing us quite a lot of respect now when they come in here, and they're wasting a bit of time quite early. They're trying to break up the tempo. So we'll see what happens in the next 2. But it's been a fascinating season tactically. Every team has a slightly different tactic, and then we have to be aware of that and work to that tactic. But we've also got our own tactic, and it's been a fantastic season for that. And it'd be great when, at the end of the season, if we survived and we're above that line, then it would be a magnificent feat of tactical play, as far as the Championship is concerned.
Looking specifically at Sheffield Wednesday, their transfer movements this season, with the likes of Connor Wickham earlier and Leon Best now, clearly shows that they've got an immense resource at their disposal, but Saturday's a great opportunity to reel them back in.
It is, and they've spent a lot of money recently, haven't they? They're really trying hard to stay in the Championship, and a club like Sheffield Wednesday with their fan base has got to stay in the Championship. They would have seen Sheffield United have a few years away from the Championship, and it nearly cost them dearly, and it did for a little while, but they're having a little run now, although they probably won't quite make it, Sheffield United. But Sheffield Wednesday are a big team, and their owners, I'm sure, are looking for them to do well this year. I think it's on the market, the club, and they have really tried hard to bring in some big players on big finance to keep them competitive, and credit to them, they've done that. Not all of us have got that luxury, but it doesn't make us any less competitive, and it's they will see it probably that they're not quite out of trouble yet, although I see it that they are. And of course this is a big game for us, and I think our supporters will see that it's a big game for us. We was cheated a little bit, not allowed to use that word, I've been warned about that. We was unlucky up at Sheffield Wednesday when we felt that their goal was dubious, it was offside, and anyway they took their way out of that, didn't they? So otherwise we'd have come away winners. So we're not without a chance, and at home, if our support gets behind us, which we're sure they will, and we get a big gate here on Saturday, this is another big game for our football club.